All right, so I got something really fun coming up, and it's been way too long in the making. So first off, it is mid-January right now. I'm hoping to have this out soon because it shouldn't take that long. It's mid-January, and I've been really busy in the last few months. So I haven't really done much since Thanksgiving, partly because of holidays, family running around. There were some personal things I ran into, so I wasn't really in the brain to be doing videos, and I told you all about that, so no worries there. But I'm finally moving forward, and I got something really fun to share. So first off, in case you couldn't guess, I am now in a different house. I'm renting this place. I've got a garage in here. Hold on. Okay, it's a little dark, so I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see, at least until the light warms up. Hell, I'll just open the garage door and show you. Here's the garage. I bought an absolutely, that's where my coffee cup went. Okay, I'll worry about that later. I have a massive toolbox. I've got everything you can think of. Some of this is still in my car. I've got stuff for building engines. I've got an absurd amount of duct tape, wrenches. That's not a lot of wrenches, but I've got a lot of stuff, and this is gonna lead me to be able to do quite a lot of really fun, good things with this car, with the other car, with all the other builds I want to do. But as I'm sure you noticed in the first shot, I have an engine block sitting right here. This is the exact same engine block that there was, 5-6 months ago, something like that, whenever I first tore it down in the back of the truck. I'm gonna throw that up there. That was actually a really fun video. I enjoyed doing that. I'm in the process of rebuilding it. Honestly, mostly because it's been really cold. I haven't, you can see my breath frosting right now, and it's 40-some degrees, something like that. It's not that cold, but it's just been a pain to be out here and working on this, especially because I don't have any heat in this garage. However, the engine's right there. Almost all my parts to rebuild it are right here, and that's something I'm working on rather heavily. Not immediate, not right this second, but I want to keep going and I want to get it done because that's just something I find fun. We're gonna shut this garage door and go back inside because it's chilly. So back to the topic at hand, ignoring the engine, which is hard for me to do. Way out in Utah, there's a dude named Matt. He runs Matt's Off-Road Recovery. I've mentioned him before as some inspiration for stuff. Every year, he does what he calls his off-road games. Basically, bunch of dudes beating around in really cheap and really expensive off-road rigs just to have fun, outcompete each other, whatever. And I wish I could say I was competing. I'm not. But I am going, which means that on March 17th, I'm leaving here. Now, a lot of you that know are probably gonna be, well, Levi, the games are March 19th. Why are you leaving that early? Well, my friends, that's because I'm driving, and there's a good reason for that. Not just because it's gonna make good content, which I hope it will, although not that good, I don't want my car to break, but it's so much cheaper. Plane tickets are at least $600 both ways, and I've seen a lot ranging up into $1,000. Driving is gonna be considerably less than even the cheapest plane tickets. So I'm driving there, and that's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a time, but we gotta pack. And that's the biggest thing, because I'm camping in the desert. I'm not being one of those fun people running a hotel room. I'm not doing that. I am camping in the desert. I got bags. I got a really fun electrical project that if I can get the parts, I'm gonna introduce really soon. I might just throw it in here at some point. I don't know. But I gotta build bags so I can actually live in the middle of the desert for about 4 days. Let's get to what I need for that. All right, so one of the best things about me doing this and camping in the desert is I'm not entirely unprepared. So, as I'm sure a lot of you guys remember, I was in college. What a lot of you probably don't know is while I was in college, we did a lot of outdoor stuff.
Walk around Gracie's Woods,
Do we call these eggs?
It's
Nope,
something.
They're burgers in egg form.
They are, in fact, eggs. I did a
Can
thing.
you hand me my axe to have me do a bad idea?
No. What is the bad idea?
Went out, we had campfires, we built shelters. We would just go screw around in the woods. And so, because of that, I have a whole bag already ready for me to go disappear into the woods. It's not perfect. I've had to pull some things out of it recently just to do stuff, but it works, and it's what I need. Now, what most of you don't know is that in, I don't know, August, September, something like that, I got really bored after work. And I remembered a time 3-4 years ago that my dad took me out rappelling. For anybody who hasn't been rappelling, you're jumping down a rock face and it's really fun. It's the opposite of rock climbing. And I did a lot of that during college. So I also found this fun. So I went out and I bought all of the stuff you need for rappelling. And I bought a separate bag for rappelling too, because why not? And then, in addition to that, that's the electrical project I was talking to you about. It's, before I get way too in depth, because I'm known to do that, it's just a massive battery bank. And when I have it built, I should be able to not use anything else to charge anything. Charge the camera, charge my phone, light up the night. I should only be able to use this for about a week. It's really impressive. But anyways, we're gonna go through, pull out everything I have in these bags, start organizing, figure out what I need, where I go. This case is gonna disappear for now, but it is coming with it. Will be making an appearance again, I promise you that. Alright, so we're sitting here, major change of pace, I know, and I apologize. As I'm sure you could see, I screwed up. I messed up my recording. It all was in time-lapse mode rather than just what I wanted in time-lapse mode. And I've got the Minecraft going in the background for two reasons. One, to show that I don't just do auto stuff, and I do have other, fun activities that I do, this being one of them. But also to keep the people entertained and focused, for lack of a better word, I guess. So, the gist of what I was trying to get across whenever I was in the speaking section is that there's a few things left that I've still yet to do. So, the two biggest things I've yet to sort out are my exact shelter and my food. Food-wise, I'm going to go really simple and use MREs. They're military rations, come in a bag. All you do is pour water, and once you pour the water, it'll heat up, it'll heat your food, and you're good to go. They're not the cheapest, but they're cheaper than going and buying food every day, and they're also a whole lot cheaper than paying a fine for having a campfire in a non-campfire zone to cook my food. And I kind of don't want to pay that fine, and I kind of don't want to do that, so we're going to go the MRE route. As for shelter and tents, I currently have a hammock in my possession. Am I going to use it? No. Why? It's the desert. There's not trees to hang a hammock from in the desert. And if they are, there's not that many. But I believe the area we're in, there's not going to be any. So I still need to get myself a small tent capable of doing, holding me for a couple days, holding my stuff, surviving the desert conditions.
Along with the tent, I need to find a sleeping bag. I believe I have one, which is good. I just need to dig the thing out of storage somewhere. And that should be it. That was a very short intermission. I apologize, but hey, you got to watch a little bit of gameplay, and I got to actually explain what I screwed up in my, in my recording. And we're going to get back to actual me from earlier this evening.
All right, so we've got everything parsed down now, pretty much. So, this is still all of my climbing equipment. This has not moved. I got my harness, my rope, my gloves, all of my connectors. Everything's good there. As for the camping side, I mean, this pile over here existed in that bag, and now we're stuck with this. So, I've got my tray and my fork just so I can eat. Emergency fire kit. Hopefully I don't need it. Oh. Well, there. Well, now you can see what's in it. It's dryer lint, sticks, and matches. Hopefully I don't need that, but in case I do, well, we got it. Got another fire starter. I got a hammer multi-tool, that poncho and space blanket, mask, and glow stick. Again, just in case. Medical kit and the wipes, partly for cleaning, partly just in case I injure myself. I bought a really good flashlight a while ago. I mean, it's here, my Christmas tree's still up. I don't care. It's a really good flashlight. And hopefully if anything happens, well, that should get me through, and I should be able to see across the desert with that thing. And I'm pretty sure it does have... Okay, this one doesn't have an SOS feature, but I can make it blink. I have my ham radio. So this is a simple one. It's just the Baofeng UV5R. I got it, a buddy of mine from high school, one of the teachers actually, he convinced me to take the ham radio test. Have I used it a lot? No. And for that, B, I'm very sorry. But I'm hoping to get back into it a little bit more now that I'm not in college. And I might as well take it and talk to some people across the country if I can. So I've got this. I have the antenna, which isn't currently attached, just for transportation purposes. I've got the charger, and I'm making a separate charging stand. So one of the perks about having a job and having money is you can buy things. So I bought a new 3D printer, which is awesome. My dad and I both got one. It's the FlashForge AD5X. I forgot the name of it for a minute. 4 colors, lots of materials, which is gonna make it invaluable. Oh, okay. It's gonna make it invaluable for if I'm making things, prototyping car parts, which there's a couple I wanna work on, nothing major. And especially for this last unmentioned item. This is that battery box I talked about. And right now, I mean, the lid likes to stick. Right now, it's not anything that impressive. It's an empty case, some tools, some relays, and some wiring. But I'm gonna put a picture up over here of the final drawing for the schematic. If anybody reads electrical schematics, I hope you're impressed. And I hope you're not cringing at how badly it's done. Big box. It'll charge solar, wall, car, output, wall, phone, any form of charging that I should ever need. And it's also good in emergency situations because that'll keep me powered through, power outage for a week or so. But again, what we're missing here, the biggest part aside from that box, which if anybody has some spare money and wants to send it over so I can get that box done faster, that would be much appreciated. But the biggest thing we're missing right this second is the tent and the food. And those are going to take up a majority of the pack. Thankfully, because what I have is an external frame, I can just strap stuff on the outside. So I can strap the tent to it. I can strap this box. I can strap the other backpack. But the food's got to go inside. So I need to find a place to order it. If anybody in the local area around Butler, Saxonburg, Pittsburgh knows a good place to buy MREs in person, please let me know.
I've been looking. I haven't found any. I might just have to order a set off of Amazon, but I'd kind of like to not do that if I can help it. I apologize that it's not that big an update. I just wanted to get something out, and this is something that means quite a lot to me that I'm very excited that I have the ability and the opportunity to do. So, because this is something I can actually work on, I'm going to be bringing you guys with me pretty much every step of the way in preparing for this, getting my bags ready, getting all my equipment, getting my car ready. There's not a lot that needs done, but there's a couple things I'd like to do before I make the 2,000-mile drive twice. So I'm gonna go through this, gonna go through preparing my car, and then, yeah, in mid-March, Al's gonna pop a video of me in the deserts of Utah, and I love the ability to talk to Matt. I doubt I'm going to, because, I mean, let's be honest, it's his event, and it's a pretty big event. But all of this, all of the notebook work that I've done over the last year, all of the work planning my truck, planning Comanche, all of that's thanks to him. Not because he helped me or anything, because he inspired me. And are there thousands of other people who are in a similar situation? Yes. I'm not saying there aren't. But I just hope I get the chance to thank him for, you know, the inspiration, and maybe, I doubt it because I didn't buy a VIP ticket. Oh no. Maybe, you know, talk with him for a minute, share ideas, get a professional's opinion on what I'm doing. I've been rambling way too long, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get this edited and try and put it out same day because I've been falling well behind. I've got like 17 intros for the engine build because I kept forgetting about it. Thank you guys for bearing with me with the horrendous upload schedule. I'm hoping to have stuff kicking out a little bit sooner, just more consistently. That's one of the things I want to try in 26. So I'm gonna kick that out, and we're just gonna keep rolling. Stay safe, don't do stupid stuff, don't get hurt. I will see y'all around later.